What's going on, guys? Welcome to AFC Game by Game, and in this video I'm going to be quickly rounding up some of Arsenal's January transfer gossip. I'm going to kick it off with the big name at the moment, Julian Draxler. He has been the heated name for Arsenal this whole January transfer window, and now tomorrow is deadline day. Are we going to get him? I don't know. All our deals seem to happen so late in the window. It was the same with Ozil. Will it be the same with Draxler? I don't know, you've got so many sources on Twitter, on Facebook, all around the internet. I've been scouring the internet looking for sources. The one hot one at the moment, John Cross of the Mirror is reporting that it's quite likely to happen before the window closes. If it did, it would be absolutely magnificent. Sky Sports are reporting it too. Draxler is the kind of player that could push us on to win this Premier League title. I can see him playing as a striker in the future. I think that's why Wenger wants to buy him, to adapt him into that striking role. And it's also great for us because if we do bring him in with the likes of Ramsey, Wilshere, all injured, we can integrate him in that midfield role. He can play wide. He is an excellent young creative midfielder. Now the downside of that's all the good things about it. And let me just go on to the bad point. He's going to cost us about 35 to 40 million. Now, I don't know. Will Wenger pay that in January? I don't know. He's the kind of player that honestly could push us on to win the Premier League or the FA Cup, or possibly even the Champions League. He's that good of a player. Of course, saying the Champions League, obviously he'll be cup tied for that, so that's a bit of a downside to all this. But you know, he would still give that team a huge lift, a huge boost. The same feeling that we had when Ozil joined the club, and he would just be a magnificent player to have in and around the Arsenal team. Now he's 20 years of age, and like I said, he will cost us a hell of a load of money. Whether Wenger is going to pay that or not, I have no idea. I mean, he paid the money for Ozil, but Draxler, I think he estimates him at more of a 25 to 30 million value. Now, estimations, they kind of mean nothing. You've got to go out there, you've got to pay big money. And of course, in January, prices of players are going to increase. So, if it were me, I would go all in for Draxler. For all we know, he could go out there in summer, have a great World Cup, and then his price doubles, or Chelsea, or United, or City, or Madrid, or Barcelona, or Bayern Munich come in for him, and he could end up there. He's that good of a player. He could end up at any of these squads in the world. Now, on terms of is he consistently good, I don't know, I've seen him play. I can't put my hand on heart and say I've seen him play week in, week out. I'm not sure there are many Arsenal fans that actually have paid too much attention to his performances. But recently, I've been watching him a lot more, and he just looks so special. I mean, if you look at some of the YouTube videos of him, he looks like such a talented player. He's the talisman of that Schalke team, and to have him at Arsenal, it would just be absolutely phenomenal. And I'll put Draxler aside because I could go on rambling about him for ages. Let's just hope we get him. Let's just pray, fingers crossed, that we get Julian Draxler before this window ends. He'd be a massive signing for Arsenal. But in all honesty, I think we could agree a summer transfer for him and bring in possibly a lone striker, which brings me on to my next player, Vukanic. Now, he's a player that he's a decent striker, no doubts about that. Is he the kind of striker Arsenal need? He would provide backup for Giroud, and he gives us a different alternative of playing style in that he's willing to take defenders on, and that's something Giroud doesn't do. Now, that's going to be interesting. He's 30 years old. He's from Montenegro, and I've seen him play internationally. I can't say I've seen him play too much for Juventus, and he's a decent player, I can't deny. He would definitely give something to this Arsenal team. I don't know if I'd want him too much of a 6-month loan deal. I mean, the plus side of that is that we wouldn't have to keep him afterwards and continue paying his wages, etc. And he will provide cover for Giroud, there's no doubt about that. Now, on terms of goal scoring, he doesn't have the best goal scoring record, but he creates goals, which is something that you like to see in a centre forward. But I think we need a goal scorer, which brings me on to my next player, Dimitar Berbatov. Now, I know a load of Arsenal fans don't want him at the club. I, for one, do want him at the club. I think he is a decent goal scorer. If we want goals in the team, he will be there to provide them. He's a different player to Giroud in that he's a poacher, and he's got an excellent finish on him. So I think he's a kind of guy that I would love at Arsenal. The only problem with him is that he's a bit lazy and a bit arrogant, and that's why a lot of Fulham fans want him out of the team. But I think he's a class player. He's 32 years old, so maybe a 6-month loan deal from Fulham, or just perhaps a 6-month contract would be a good deal for Berbatov. But I think he'd be a class addition to the team. Now, that's basically all the transfer news that I actually believe around Arsenal at the moment. There's a load of other rumours flying around that we could sign Christian Tello, Solomon Kalou. Now, you know, I'm not going to brush too much over them because at the moment I just don't think they're believable. I'll probably do a bit more of a transfer roundup close to deadline day, possibly on deadline day or the day after, just to round up any players that we've hopefully got. We have to strengthen this Arsenal team, there's no doubt about that. Not because we haven't got players that aren't of a good standard, because we have so many injuries and not decent cover up top. So I'm praying Wenger's got something up his sleeve. Hopefully he does. Those have been my thoughts on Arsenal's January transfer rumours. If you have enjoyed the video, it would be great if you click the like button. Subscribe for more videos, and as always, thanks for watching, guys.